9 Habits of Highly Productive People. A slight change in your daily habits can guide your life to a very different destination. Making a choice that is 1% better or 1% worse seems insignificant in the moment. But for moments that make up a lifetime, these choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. New habits, even small ones, can change the course of your life. But habits can be positive, or they can be negative. They can increase your productivity and fulfillment, or they can decrease both. This video looks at 9 habits that studies and science tell us lead to productivity gains. Habit 1. Set goals regularly. Goal setting increases productivity. People who write down the goals are 33% more likely to accomplish them compared to people who don't do so. Create a regular habit of documenting your goals, both long-term and short-term goals. You could write down daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, and even 5-year goals. Find what works for you, and do it. However, document goals at least once a week or daily to establish a habit. If you don't regularly, frequently write down your goals, you're unlikely to forge the new habit before you lose focus or forget about it. Habit 2. Create a to-do list daily. Productivity influencers constantly recommend to-do lists. Those who create to-do lists, even mental or casual to-do lists jotted down on a scrap of paper, procrastinate less. Those who create formal, organized, and structured written to-do lists procrastinate the least. Those who frequently use and refer back to their to-do list procrastinate less. Habit 3. Prioritize your to-do list. One way to make your to-do list more formal: prioritize them. The average worker spends 80% of their workday on tasks with little to no value. They spend just 20% of their time on meaningful, important work. Prioritization, clearly, is a massive issue in the workplace. Understandably so. Modern knowledge workers face constant distractions, meetings, emails, etc. Generally, people do their easiest work first, because they can complete it quickly, giving them the satisfaction of completing a task with little effort. Understanding this, prioritizing work by importance, and completing it in order of importance can help you avoid this bias. Habit 4. Time block every day. Time blocking is a productivity technique where you schedule specific tasks for specific blocks of time. People will often schedule time on the digital or physical calendars for each task. Time blocking helps you complete work in order of priority. Know exactly what you need to do next. Ensure you can realistically complete your work each day. Commit to specific outcomes, goals. Reduce unplanned or rapid context switching. A 40-hour time-blocked workweek produces the same amount of output as a 60-plus-hour workweek pursued without structure. Habit 5. Exercise regularly. There is a clear link between regular exercise and productivity. Cardio, interval training, or lifting habit, it doesn't need to be. You could also walk. A study published in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports discovered that those who walk 3 times a week for just 30 minutes feel less tense, more enthusiastic, and more relaxed. There is now quite strong research evidence that feeling more positive and enthusiastic at work is very important to productivity. So we would expect that people who walked at lunchtime would be more productive. Habit 6. Keep a daily gratitude journal. A study found that gratitude can increase willpower and foster patience and long-term thinking. While this study focused on long-term financial thinking, the author David Destino writes, "We see broad implications for these findings. We all recognize the fact that willpower can and does fail at times. Having an alternative source of patience, one that can come from something as simple as reflecting on an emotional memory, offers an important new tool for long-term success." A daily habit of keeping a gratitude journal doesn't need to consume much time. You only need to set aside a few minutes a day where you write down what you're grateful for. It's a small commitment and worth testing to see if it impacts your productivity positively. Habit 7. Hydrate your body every day. Everybody is recommending hydration as a panacea for every problem in the world. Decreases in cognitive performance can occur when 2% or more of body weight is lost due to water restriction, heat, and/or physical exertion. To put that in perspective, if you usually weigh 150 pounds, 3 pounds is 2% of your body weight. If due to water weight loss, a 3-pound decrease in weight could negatively impact your cognitive performance. Establish a habit of drinking water regularly. Habit 8. Eat whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Avoid foods that spike blood glucose. Our bodies convert food into energy, including mental energy. Good nutrition can increase productivity, and poor nutrition can hurt it. A study found that employees with an unhealthy diet were 66% more likely to experience productivity losses than people who regularly ate whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Food has a direct impact on our cognitive performance, which is why a poor decision at lunch can have a knock-on for an entire afternoon. Our bodies convert nearly everything we eat into glucose, which provides the energy for our brains to stay focused, alert, and productive. However, our bodies process different foods in different ways. The key is not to eat foods that drastically spike and then crash your blood glucose, as low blood glucose can hurt productivity. Habit 9. Sleep 7 to 9 hours each day. Ambitious people might think they'll get more work done if they just work longer hours and sleep a little less. This is likely not true for many people. Losing that sleep might make you less productive. Insomnia and insufficient sleep syndrome groups had significantly worse productivity, performance, and safety outcomes. But how much sleep is enough? Experts say adults should get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. For people 65 and older, they recommend 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Make a habit of getting at least 7 hours of sleep each night. There you have it. 9 habits of highly productive people. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep hustling.